I'm Coop here with another radio.com live exclusive with my man Hardy. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? How you doing?
I'm good. You got to be doing really good though, because the album's out. Your first official, you had the Hicks tape, but now A Rock, dude, is out. What does it feel like to really, you're putting yourself out there in the form of music for your fans?
Yeah, it feels good. It's been a long time coming. I've put out projects in the past, but nothing that's kind of been like, my baby, my first real solo record. I've done things similar, but never that. And so it feels good to really kind of finally make my my official sort of first statement as an artist,
Well, as somebody who, look, I love country music. I've grown up on it. So I go through and I judge an album off of how many tracks you have to you skip. Not a one, dude, seriously. And I'm like making notes. I'm making notes as I'm listening to it. I'm like, all right, country as hell. That's really good. Broke Boy. Awesome. And I stopped taking notes after like the fourth track because I was like, clearly this whole damn thing is just really good. And then there's the title track, A Rock, which I call an oh snap song because, it's got the story to it. And it's one of those things that you never really think of. And then you hear it in a song and it just kind of gives you chill bumps. Can you tell me about that song specifically and how you came up with that idea?
Yeah, I was like, I call it like a stoner idea, but I was like driving down the road one day and I was like thinking about, this is so stupid. Like the way I came up with it is so weird, but I was like driving on a road and I was thinking about how the road is like made of a rock. And then like, I was like, man, when you think about it, like all diamonds and jewels and stuff are a rock, and like all metal technically comes from a rock, like comes from iron, which was pretty, or gold or anything like that. And I was like, man, it's like other than wood, like the entire planet is made of a rock. And then I was like, oh wait, the entire planet is a rock. And it was just this crazy kind of stoner thought. And I just wrote it down. I wrote down a rock, and I just knew there was some way you could say that all. And so I got two of my buddies together that I knew kind of would be down to write that sort of idea, and they were super into it, and we wrote the whole thing in one night.
It's a killer song, man. It's a really, really good tune. Do you have a specific one that stands out for you as like your favorite, your go-to? Like if you're telling people, hey, if you want to know what Hardy's all about, listen to this album, but specifically make sure you hear this one.
Okay, well, so that's kind of a double question because my favorite song on the record is A Rock. Okay. But if I had to show somebody a song that had never heard my music and said like what song best represents you, I would play them Boots.
Nice. It's a great tune, man. Seriously, it really is.
I think that's like kind of what, if I was like, this is what I sound like, and if you can kind of go either direction from this song, but this is it, I think it would be Boots.
Great tune. Did I see that you just got a new tattoo like recently?
Yeah, I got some yesterday.
Let me see. What did you get?
I got the fish hook going around my arrowhead. I got some fireflies, so like, I can't even see it. There's one right there.
Okay, yeah.
And then one, and then I got, this one's kind of hard to show, but I got a rocket was my high school mascot, so I get that on my
love it
there, and then another firefly there, and then another one right there. Just kind of, I'm trying to fill the gaps. I'm close to closing out the half sleeve, and so I'm really just trying to fill the gaps.
I dig it. Do you have a favorite tattoo personally that you have?
Probably so I have a really cool county fair where I'm from, and so the wristband.
Yep.
Is the wristband to get into my county fair. So
I love it.
It hasn't worked yet.
I was going to say, have you tried it yet? That's great. They'll let you in for free now anyway because you're Hardy. Come on, man.
I guess, man. We didn't get to have it this year, so I didn't even get to try. I was actually supposed to play it this year, which was a huge honor. And of course, it's the first time in like 75 years that they haven't had it, and it would be
right, of course.
One time somebody from there is playing it.
Of course,
that's what it is.
Well, let's talk about that. And of course, all performing has been, halted for the most part. And it's got to be really hard on you to, work so long on this album. You're putting the album out there and all you want to do is go play the songs. What are you doing? I mean, how is that affecting your mindset? And you just got to be itching to get out there and perform. Do you have any plans in the near future to put it out there in one way or another?
So I did a virtual show like right after the record came out, and it was like in front of a bunch of screens. It truly was like some Black Mirror stuff.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. I did do that. I kind of like not doing a lot, not oversaturating myself, because I think it's going to make it that much sweeter when when we go back to play shows, I think people are going to be more excited to see the show and the new performances. And so I kind of personally am a fan of not necessarily overdoing it with the new record until we can actually truly get out there, because I just think that that's going to make it more worth it. But I will say Friday, which would be tomorrow, we have a show. We're playing a show in Georgia.
Awesome.
And it's like a socially distanced show. You sell pods, and 6 people in a pod, and everything's pre-ordered, all their drinks. And anyway, so they're all separated, and it's like real people, and they're not in their cars. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And we just announced a few other shows as well. So just kind of sort of getting back to somewhat normal a little bit. But
That's great.
I'm definitely dying inside, dude. I just want to go play the record for everybody, and we don't get to do that. But I feel like we're getting close. We're getting really close.
I saw that you were golfing with Jake Owen, Morgan Wallen, Darius Rucker, all those guys, and it just looked like a bleep show of fun. I look, those guys are all partiers. I know they are. They party with the best of them, and so are you. There had to have been a crazy moment, one that you can actually tell us. What was your favorite part of that whole experience, hitting some balls with those guys?
Probably there's like 2 moments. There's a few though. That was definitely a bleep show. Everybody except me, I think, was bleep faced. One of the greatest moments was that we needed to get back on a hole to cut it to 1 down or something, and Darius made like a 60-footer, and it was a really hard putt.
Yep.
One moment was when Darius had to leave like halfway through, and just watching how pissed Jake got. And Chase Rice he took over, and Chase is like teeing up his ball, and Jake doesn't realize that I don't think that Chase is right there. Maybe he did, but he was like, dude, are you kidding me? We traded Darius Rucker for Chase Rice, and Chase was like right there. That was pretty funny.
Oh, that's great.
And then I think just Jake, everything was going to charity, but just all the big bets he was throwing on people. He was like, I bet you $1,000 you can't hit this fairway and stuff. That was just fun to watch.
Looks like it was a good time.
Yeah, it was good. I had a blast the whole time. And I'm a big Barstool guy, so I love the Barstool, that whole scene, and so it was cool. I've been following all those golf dudes since that stuff pretty much started, and so it was cool to actually just play with them and get to know them.
It's awesome. Looked like a good time. A couple of quick fire questions, and then we'll hear some tunes. Okay. What is the most random item in your house right now?
I've got an unopened jar of zebra pate.
Why?
My girlfriend Callie went to Africa, and that's what she brought me back. I would say there's probably not. I have some really random stuff in my house though, but I'm trying to think. That's probably, yeah. I don't think it's more random than zebra pate.
When they make a movie about your life, you're going to be mad if blank doesn't play you. Who is it?
Jack Black.
That's a great answer. Great answer.
Somebody told me the other day that was my celebrity lookalike, and I was like, I'll take it. I think that's pretty cool.
He's a talented dude. You could do worse, right? Come on.
He could do music, and I think he's got the hair and throw the glasses on. I would think Jack Black would be the perfect person to play me.
Last one, and then we'll hear some tunes. What is the dumbest thing that you and Kaylee have ever argued about? Just something stupid. You can't believe it was an actual argument.
Oh, God. Oh, man, let me think about this. She's going to kill me, but we got in an argument one time. She was the one that got pissed because this wasn't necessarily dumb, but we'd gotten a huge fight about this, and it shouldn't have been that big. There was a new Mexican restaurant in Nashville called Suprica, and she really wanted to go, and I was like, fine, we'll go on a date. And then I went before her without her, and she got pissed. But we have that kind of relationship where we stick to that, and we get really excited about things. And I definitely did it, and I tried to hide it from her and everything. And she got so pissed. She's amazing. She's great. So that's usually not her thing, but she was not happy about it. But I would say that the way that it escalated might have been a little silly.
I love it, man. It's great to chat with you, Hardy. Why don't we hear some music exclusively here on radio.com?
Let's do it, man. All right. This is a rock for my debut record called A Rock.
mom and dad are 10 feet tall. You got a superhero poster on your wall. Don't know the world's full of greed and lust. You just slide into third and ride the school bus. Wrestling is real, summer goes fast. A dollar bill feels like a wad of cash. There's war and drugs and guns on hips, but all you think about's how far you can skip. Rock, rock, rock. Then your wheels on your back turn to gasoline. Get your first taste of love, nicotine. Your heart gets broke, your folks find you lighter. You lose a few fights, some learn you ain't a fighter. You know what's wrong, but you know what's right. But you wanna be cool on a Friday night. Somebody puts a bottle in front of your face for the first time. You're stuck between a hard place and a rock. Rock. Start having thoughts that you never had. Like that's the kind of thing worth waking up for. Next thing you know, you're saving up for a rock. A rock. A rock. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da da da. One day your breath costs life itself. Your book gets hung on heaven's shelf. They say a few words like it's a damn shame. Then they lay you down and they write your name on a rock. A rock. A rock. Yeah, we're all just living life on a rock. We're all just living life on a rock. We're all just living life on a rock. Say we're all just living life on a rock. Oh, we're all just living life on a rock. Oh, we're all just living life on a rock. We're all just living life on a rock. Yeah, we're all just living life on a rock. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. All right, here's One Beer. The song's top 10 at radio right now, so I'm super pumped about that. And song about getting pregnant. 2, 3, 4. 17 in a small town, weak knees in a CVS, door locked in the bathroom. What's it gonna be waiting on that test? I never thought that they'd be putting those life plans on the shelf. A couple American babies raising one up theirself. One beer turns into a lit cigarette, burning into a 2-beer buzz. 3 beers turns into 5, then 6, and a love drunk kiss in the back of that truck. Just like that, everything rearranges. Life changes out of the blue. It's just a Bud Light, but ain't it funny what one beer can turn into? Sesame Street on the TV, a race car rolling on a cardboard bridge, crayon stick figure family stuck right there front center on the fridge. Flashback to 2 pink lines and a whole bunch of praying and doubting. Felt like the end of the world now, the world don't spin without him. All 'cause one beer turns into a lit cigarette, burning into a 2-beer buzz. 3 beers turns into 5, then 6, and a love drunk kiss in the back of that truck. Just like that, everything rearranges. Life changes out of the blue. It's just a Bud Light, but Ain't it funny what one beer can turn into? Boy and a girl and a three on the tree. Kissing. First comes lust and a shotgun marriage. 6 months later come a baby in a carriage. And you know what, y'all, the whole thing started with some alcohol. Yes, it did. The whole thing started with some alcohol. One beer turns into a lit cigarette, burning into a 2-beer buzz. 3 beers turns into 5, then 6, and a love-drunk kiss in the back of that truck. Just like that, everything rearranges. Life changes out of the blue. It's just a Bud Light, but ain't it funny what one beer can turn into? Kissing. Boom, one beer.
Yeah, buddy. God, that song is so good, man. So good. I think it's great on the album. I think it's even better to hear it just you and the guitar. I mean, it's a really, really good tune.
Maybe I should do like an acoustic version. I think it'd be cool to maybe slow that down so people can like really listen to it a little better, you know, and it doesn't come at you so fast. It might be fun.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, seriously. I was sitting here in this closet that I'm in, and I was listening to the album, and when that song came on, I just stopped everything I was doing just to listen to all of it, to listen to the words, to listen to the production, the whole thing. And it's a stopping song, man. It really is. It stops you. It's great.
You,
really, really good.
It. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Hardy, thank you so much for being a part of our radio.com exclusive. You can keep up with us on socials, radio.com. That is radio.com. And then follow my boy Hardy. Get the album a rock right now. If you haven't done it, seriously, I'm telling you, it is great from beginning to end. Hardy, thank you, man. Seriously.
Thank you, man. Thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course.